Hi, I'm Michelle, and welcome to my story. This is me, bubbly and enthusiastic, always trying to make other people smile. I was always eager to show off my goofy side and spread positivity to everyone around me. As some of you who know me may have already realized, this hasn't exactly changed, but I digress. Looking back at my life so far, there have been a huge collection of experiences and interests that have prepared me for the teaching profession. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? For as long as I can remember, there were always tons of books in my house. From early on, my parents worked hard to instill a love of reading in me. I can vividly remember them reading me bedtime stories, taking me to story time at the local library, and always encouraging my brother and I to read by surrounding us with books. It was through these experiences where I was introduced to some of my favorite books, and I'm so thankful to my parents who heavily influenced the shaping of my ideas as a reader in such positive, long-lasting ways. One thing you should know about me is that I absolutely love kids. My mom did daycare in my house growing up, so there were always kids around that I loved playing with, reading to, and to my delight, playing school with. Any opportunity I got, I was in my basement creating attendance lists, math worksheets, and activities that the kids could complete for me. Then came the long-awaited time for me to start school. To say I was excited for my first day of school would be an understatement. I loved school, and I was always eager to learn. All throughout elementary school, you could find me spending my recesses in the library, helping to sort through books, offering to stay after school to clean my classroom chalkboards, or spending my lunches answering phones as an office helper. One of the coolest and most memorable moments of my elementary school experience was in grade 5, where I had entered a school board-wide poetry contest held by the Toronto Metro Zoo. We were asked to compose a short poem about our favorite animal to be displayed in one of the exhibits, where I wrote about my love of frogs. And can you believe it? I won! Interestingly enough, that exact plaque with my poem on it can still be found at the zoo in the frog exhibit today. So I guess I'm basically a celebrity, right? Maybe I should just stick to teaching. When I was 5, I began taking piano lessons, which completely opened up a whole new world for me. Taking my love of reading books and applying it to learning how to read notes and musical scores was exciting to me. I found it fun to express myself through music this way. Fast forward a few years to high school, where music was what defined who I was. I was able to expand my love of music by learning to play the clarinet, which allowed me to be a part of my school's concert bands, recitals, and even the pit orchestra in our school musicals. Singing quickly became a passion of mine as well, and I got involved in many of my school's choirs, coffeehouse performances, and even got to record songs in a studio. I absolutely love being able to express myself through music, as it is entirely a language all on its own. After graduating from high school, my next big journey began. I spent the next 4 years studying geography and environmental studies at McMaster University. It was here where I really began to put my love of reading and literacy skills to the test. In my 4th year, I worked as a teaching assistant where I taught labs for a first-year human geography course. I learned how to prepare and deliver high-content lessons to a variety of different students, and I even had the opportunity to mark their exams, which I oddly enjoyed. I absolutely loved my program, and with the help of my extreme passion for learning, I graduated on the Dean's Honors List in 2015. That leads me to now. I can honestly say that one of the most exciting and instrumental days of my life was the day that I got accepted into UOIT's Bachelor of Education program. I couldn't believe that my dream was finally becoming a reality. I was personally lucky enough to have parents who encouraged reading and literacy skills in me from a young age, and I would like to focus on providing that encouragement and opportunity to all of my students. I want them to find a passion in stories that can take them on magical adventures and gain the skill and power to create stories within their own minds. I want to encourage that the possibilities for their success in learning are endless. It is through reading where I develop my own excitement for learning, and I believe that everyone should share in that excitement. As teacher candidates, we can all agree that teaching can sometimes be overwhelming. However, I know that my passion for children's development and promoting a love for learning in others is absolutely what I want to be doing with my life. If you had asked me when I was a kid what I wanted to be when I grew up, my answer was clear. I wanted to be a teacher. And now my answer remains the same. I couldn't be more excited to be on this journey with all my fellow teacher candidates. Thanks for watching.